present and correct, are we?
You taking a register or something?
Well, if I was, would I be marking MacDonald K absent?
And what has that got to do with you?
I was only asking. It's been quiet since Christmas, remarkably so, in fact.
Do you want to hold him? Well, I'll stick that brush so we can sweep past without using his hands.
All right.
I nearly didn't come in today.
Why not?
I was so jealous of that Steve.
What for?
I know she was a moody mare, Karen, but will any of us ever be loved the way she loved him? Thinking about it almost makes me cry.
Liz! Oh, hi! Are you going to Steve's?
No, I'm not actually. I'm going to give him a bit of space. And do you know, I think you should do the same.
I'm just worried about him. How's he coping on his own? He is still on his own, isn't he?
He's not having a back, if that's what you mean. Listen, just give him some time. I know he kicked her out, but he's still in pieces over it.
For months, you were trying to push me and Amy between Karen and Steve, and now you're telling me to back off. Look, I know what you're doing. You're trying to protect him, but there's no need to worry. The last thing I want to do is hurt him even more.
Oh, you're supposed to be getting breakfast in bed.
Stay there any longer, I'll never get up.
Fine by me. You can spend all day there. What are you smiling at?
Smiling at you?
There you go.
No. This morning, you're keeping me gorgeous and normal.
Are you expecting me to show my gratitude to that compliment in the usual manner?
You know, when it's just me and you, I don't think I could be happier.
I bet you.
You bet me what?
I am going to make you even happier.
How are you going to do that?
Well, eat your breakfast first. You're going to need to keep your strength up.
Oh, I see, right. Okay.
No answer. Not like Patrick, he normally takes the phone in the shower in case someone's desperate enough to call him and he misses it.
Oh, I can manage.
Steve, I'm not sure I want to send you on any jobs the way your mind is.
I'm fine.
See, you probably end up punching someone or falling in love with the first woman who gets in your cab.
Morning.
And you're not taking her anywhere either.
I don't want a cab. Hey, you got you some shopping in?
What?
Well, you can guarantee that your fridge will be empty, your meat's going to be off, and your bread's going to have gone stale.
Has my mother put you up to this?
No, I just thought...
I don't believe this.
Well, I would have got your freezer stuff.
Look, I could do my own shopping, you know.
Steve! You're busy and I'm not. I tell you what, why don't you give me the keys to your flat? Well, then I can put the stuff away. There's fresh stuff in there. I don't want it going off, not since I've gone to all this trouble.
No, I don't want you in my flat. I can put the stuff away, this'll cover it.
No, I don't want your money.
Well, what do you... Oh, forget it. I'm going for a walk.
Oh, you're going for a walk? Because that...
No! I'm going on my own. If you want me, I'll be on my mobile.
Don't look like Karen's coming back, does it?
Well, it's not going to happen, not this time.
Oh, but I half expected to wait till we started work, you know, and then make a grand entrance.
Maybe if Steve has second thoughts, he might go after her.
Yeah, because he found her when she went off before, didn't he?
Yeah, but he wanted to find her then and she wanted to be found.
I almost want to put flowers on it, like people do when there's been accidents.
Actually, well, it's a lot better than my machine. Well, you don't want it going to someone new, do you? And, if you like, I can be gobby and tell mucky jokes. It's what Karen would do.
What if she does come back?
Well, they can have a cat fight. Blood and knickers everywhere. We'll all be back to normal.
Now, Bev was that worried about Shelley. The least I could do was offer to keep an eye on her.
Yeah, there ought to be a law against mothers interfering in their children's relationship. Blanche should be serving 10 years hard labour.
It's not funny.
But it's the fact of life. Mothers simply do not approve of whoever their children choose.
Yes, what can I get you?
Milk, sure. Yeah, talk about interfering. What do you think Tracy's going to do next now Karen's out of the picture?
Oh, no idea. I'm sure there's some plan.
You know, Even though I'm absolutely worn out with worrying about what happened between her, Karen and Steve, I was still awake half the night wondering what's going to happen next.
Me too.
Well, maybe you should have a word, tell her how it's affecting everybody else.
You've just been going on about Bev and my mother interfering. Now you're suggesting I should stick my nose in. Particularly when we both know that Tracy takes not a blind bit of notice of anything I say if it doesn't suit her.
The toilet, it is for customers.
Right.
Read about it every day. Wife disappears, husband shacks up with mistress. Think about it. Who saw Karen leave?
I don't know. You tell me.
Nobody. That's my point. She just vanished off the face of the earth.
She vanished off the face of this street. Hardly the same thing.
I promise you, Rita, we're looking at a murder here.
You're telling me that Steve MacDonald and Tracy Barlow hatched out some sort of plot to get rid of Karen? Well, as the youngsters would say, yeah, right.
Well, whether it was premeditated or a spur-of-the-moment crime of passion, I'm not sure. But I feel it in my water. Same as I did when I unmasked Richard Hillman.
Oh. I've just seen Patrick off to hospital in an ambulance.
Eh?
He had an accident, didn't he? Got run over.
How on earth did he do that?
Well, he got into his cab, set off, then he realised he'd dropped his wallet, stopped the cab, and went back to pick it up. And there he is, picking up his wallet, thinking how lucky he is when he sees the cab moving. So he thinks somebody's nicked it. But there's nobody behind the wheel, and he's gathering up speed, isn't it? The next thing, he's laid flat on his back. Cab parked on top. Oh, you ought to see the tyre marks.
So what happened next?
Well, the police turned up, didn't they? And they say, where's the driver? And Patrick's lying there saying, I'm the driver. And that's when they reckoned he must have been drinking. Hey, I don't know what you lot are laughing at. It's not you that's been breathalyzed because you done yourself over. Oh, and before you'd ask, no, he hasn't touched a drop, and I'm going to see how he is.
What's that? He said he was going to treat us to a bit of dinner.
Look, I've bought some nice steak from Fred Elliott's for you and Tyrone's tea. Cost of that, you're not ruining your appetite.
Think you've wasted your money then, Vera?
What? Oh, no, you can say what you like about Fred Elliott, but his meat's grandma.
Oh, no, I mean cooking for Tyrone. He's having a pizza with Maria.
Are you sure he never said?
It wasn't in long enough to say out, only to ask me to walk the dog.
Well, I've been asked to make myself scarce. Looks like it's getting serious.
So, this is just because some bloke came in and used the toilets without buying anything?
Not some blokes. The same person as yesterday.
Did he damage it?
No?
So he just used it?
Yes.
Right, people do it all the time. I do it.
I'm sorry.
Well, have you never been into a big store and used the toilets without buying anything?
I can't say that I have, no.
You've not walked into a pub, looked round as if you're meeting someone and then slipped into the gents?
That seems a little deceitful to me.
Well, if he didn't do any harm...
Well, I swear that he muddied his feet deliberately.
Oh, Liz, any developments? Like Karen being in touch, Steve going looking for her?
Oh, no. I think it's definitely over this time. Hey, we could do with one of them signs in Weatherfield out. The amount of people who come in just to use the loo. And half the time I think it's to nick the toilet roll.
Oh, mate, I'm so sorry. So embarrassed. I've got to charge me for the timber.
You know, I love you to pieces.
Of course you do. Come here.
Your daughter?
I'm sorry?
She's doing my head in.
What's she done now?
She's being nice to me.
Oh.
Well, I don't want her to be. Not nice, not nasty. I don't want her to be there. But she won't listen to me. So you're a flipping mother. You talk to her. Because if you don't, I won't be responsible for my actions. All right?
what being for your tea tonight.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot to say.
Yeah, well, I wish you'd have told us, not that Liz MacDonald. And she was banging on about how you're getting serious again with Maria and all.
Oh, yeah? Maria been saying something.
No, she didn't. So is it serious?
Well, it depends on Maria.
Well, you do get a say in all this and all, son.
I know, but you know how I feel about her.
Look, we don't want you getting hurt again, especially by her.
Well, can't you just let me be happy going out with her?
Look, she'd be puddled her if she didn't hang on to you. I mean, you were 10 of that Daisy, that Nick Tilsley.
Luke, if it helps, I mean, you could move back in here like before, couldn't you?
Yeah, 'cause you're like family, you know, as far as I'm concerned.
Goes without saying, son.
Thanks. That means a lot, that.
Ah, you've been more of a son to us than our Teddy ever was.
Yeah.
And you've been better parents to me than mine ever could be. Mind you, that's not saying much, but I always think of you as my mum and dad. And you know, in my dreams, like when you become rich and famous, well, in mine, I always buy you this really posh bungalow, you know, like footballers do for their parents, with a pigeon loft.
Well, I'll let you into a little secret. We've often said that we'd have adopted you, you know, if you'd have been a kid, eh?
Tyrone Dobbs Duckworth. Special ring to that, hasn't it? You know, double barrel, like the aristocrats have.
Yeah. And with me having royal blood in my veins, well, sounds about right, that. Yeah.
You know, I've been thinking before Christmas, me and Amy would move away. I couldn't stand watching Karen having a baby, you know what she'd be like.
It's easy to say that now.
Well, when I found out she was pregnant, I just thought, that's it, she's won. Oh, and I hated her guts. I hated what she was doing to Steve. But when she lost it, well, I wouldn't wish that on, well, I was going to say my worst enemy.
Losing a baby can do terrible things to a woman's emotions. In any circumstances, but when it means so much.
Yeah, and I did feel for her. But, you know, after what she did, those few minutes when I thought Amy was in the car, well, they're going to stay with me for the rest of my life.
Don't forget about us. We were hours not knowing what was happening. You've no idea.
Well, she just doesn't care who she hurts, does she, Karen?
Yeah, but it wasn't just Karen, was it? If you hadn't pushed and pushed... Lovey, you don't seem to realise the effect your little games have on other people. Steve, for instance. I wouldn't be surprised if he does blame you for the breakup of his marriage. What with everything being so raw, I mean, his emotions must be all over the place.
Yeah, and I do know that. I mean, it wasn't just Karen that lost the baby, was it? I mean, it was him as well.
And just because she's gone, you know, doesn't mean to say that he's going to want you. Love doesn't work like that.
What's this? Post-Christmas detox?
I'm just being careful.
Why?
Well, I could be pregnant.
You are? I thought you said Martin wanted to wait till after you'd finished university.
Oh, yeah, well, he does.
You are kidding?
Well, I was about to take my pill last night. And then I thought, stuff it, and just kind of dropped it down the toilet.
And then told Martin now was the right time?
Oh, like there was time for talking.
This morning?
Oh, this morning. Oh, Violet, honestly, I just know, don't ask me how, but I just know that this is the right time. We love each other like crazy, and he even said today he's never been happier.
Ignorance really is bliss, then.
Aye, don't be like that. Look, we both want a family. Martin's just more cautious.
But you might wish, you know, later on that you'd waited till after you'd finished university, not got tied down with a baby.
A baby? No, at least 2. What is the point of me slogging my guts out to get a degree and then the second I have, getting pregnant?
So, did Steve and Tracy actually have a relationship? Or, you know, it just like one night?
Why? Do you fancy him?
Yeah, of course I do. He's well fit and he's vulnerable, which is a fantastic combination. I tell you, I could make him so grateful.
Evening.
Hiya. You all right?
Me? Oh. Never better. I'll have large scotch, please, Shelley. And whatever these are having.
Sir? Looks like you started a while ago.
Think I'm allowed, don't you?
we in here for a drink, or was this part of the surveillance on Shelley?
Oh, don't. I nearly made a right fool of myself earlier. I thought Charlie was having a go at her. He was only telling her a story. I was just about to barge in when she burst out laughing.
Let that be a warning to you.
2 pints of lager, please, Shelley, love.
Hey, Shell, Vitamin in.
She's behind you.
Don't waste your kiss on him, babes. Save more for me.
Oh, I don't care. I like to think that someone that Santa forgot this Christmas is going to look at me like a Christmas present worth unwrapping, made all the more special by being a few days late.
Hello, darling. I've missed you. You go and put your feet up. I'll bring you a drink through.
Great.
Talk about trying too hard. I mean, we love each other, but I don't do that when you come home.
Give it a try.
There you go.
What's all this made of? Guilty conscience?
What? Can't I do something nice for you?
I'm not objecting. Just asking if I'm missing something.
No.
Only out there just now, Deirdre. I don't know. It's like she was watching us.
Really?
Yeah.
Can't think why.
So I'm imagining things, am I?
Yeah. And if you want to imagine me and you together later, then you can let your imagination run riot.
Come on, out of the way, out of the way. Oh, set me up, why don't you?
All right, Les.
What the heck happened to you?
Will somebody just get us a drink?
Shelley Love, park please for Long John Silver.
What happened, Les?
Spent 3 hours in flaming casualty. Surrounded by kids with bits of Christmas presents stuffed up their noses. And other places.
Oh, what happened? Did you fall off your skateboard?
I don't want to talk about it. All right.
I do. Me and Kurt went to pick up Patrick's car, you know, and Les reenacted what happened to Patrick.
What? You got yourself run over?
Did I, heck?
Only because me and Kurt stopped the car before it hit him. He did his ankle in when he was jumping out the way.
I don't need this. Stop your pints. Let me wait.
Come on, Les. What are you doing here?
Just put our daughter to bed, thought I'd have a drink.
I had a word with your mother, and I told her to stop you from stalking me.
Steve, I didn't even know you were here. Yes, Tracy.
I don't suppose you sell disappearing potions, do you?
Like that. I'll have a white wine, please, and Steve.
You're joking, are you?
No. Hey, listen, how'd you fancy taking Amy out sometime? Tomorrow, mate?
No! I've already got one mad woman out of my life. I don't need another. I wouldn't have anything to do with you if you were the last woman on Earth. Or Mars. Or wherever it is mad women come from.
Steve, they're loving this.
Will somebody please get this woman away from me?
Steve, I think you ought to go home, love.
Home? I haven't got a home. A home is where you have a wife and everything's all happy. It's not a stupid little flat where it reminds you of everything's more... where it's mess... where everything's all messy. All I've ever done is do right by people, and all they do is play games and fight.
Come on, sweetheart. No, it's all right. It's my mess. Come on. Come on. Kate.
What are you doing here?
I'm getting you inside.
Well, you can't come in, not you.
Steve, you can't get up the stairs on your own.
So, what's the plan when we get to the Rovers? You get Steve MacDonald drunk and trick him into confessing where he buried the body.
Well, he might slip up if he thinks he's got away with it.
Oh, Norris, why can't you just accept Steve threw Karen out and that's that?
You wait until they find some headless torso in some godforsaken place. You won't be scoffing then. Now, come on, before we miss the action.
Not let things slide, I see.
What are you doing?
Steve, are you all right? Do you want me to put you to bed?
No. No bed. Not with you.
I thought you were going to put the shopping away.
Well, I forgot.
Right, can I get you some paracetamol?
Look, I just want you to go. You shouldn't even be here.
You need to drink as much of this as you can.
All right. Well, then just go.
It'll do you good.
It's not going to do me any good. Nothing's going to help.
Please.
How could she do it, Tracy? Why?
Well, it's like you said, Steve. She was mad. She must have been to lose you.